Hi guys, and welcome back to Hummingbird Acres. It is not the warmest out here in the garden today, but we have some trees that have got to get in pots, and now is the time I have to do it. So we are going to be planting 2 plum trees, 2 peach trees, and I will show you the 2 lilac trees that I planted yesterday. All of these will eventually get put on our homestead in Virginia, but this year we're going to keep them close to us so we can make sure they get enough water. So we are going to be planting them in pots and finding a nice sunny spot for them. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first up is going to be this Red Haven peach tree. We did get these a couple weeks ago at Tractor Supply. I'll leave that video below for you. This is currently in this pot, is a Honeycrisp apple tree that we got, gosh, maybe 2 years ago, and it did not live. It actually didn't even live past the first year, and I did not think to look at the warranty on it. So we kind of just lost out on this one. Live and learn, no big deal. But we are going to plant this Red Haven in this one, and then I have another pot just about the same size that we will plant the other peach tree in. So to do this, I'm just going to rough up some of the soil that is on the top, break up some of those root clots that are in here, and then dig my hole. So that was full of a lot of like mulchy stuff. I planted it right, put the soil right there, kind of right there at the joint where it was grafted, and then made sure it was upright. And then I'm going to make sure it gets a nice big drink of water. The soil that was in that bag was pretty moist, but it's pretty windy here today, and I just want to make sure it gets enough water. I have 1 more of these pots in the front yard. I am going to go and get that, and we will plant the next peach tree. Oh, and I'm going to try and put this right here so that we know what kind it is. All right, let's go get the other pot. All right, this is the second pot I'm going to use. This had a camellia tree in it. It was doing really, really great, and then all of a sudden it completely died. So, and I'm not going to replace it right now just because I'm not sure where it will go. So we're going to dig this one up and plant our second peach tree in this pot. I do remember when I dug this one up from around the pool, it had a really big root base, which means I'm probably going to have to go get some potting soil. This actually is not too bad. So I'm just going to dig my hole in the middle, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright, this one is the Belle of Georgia. Again, this one is from Tractor Supply as well. We have had really good success with these de-root trees, and they're pretty, they're pretty inexpensive. I think we might have paid like $14 for each of them, which is pretty good when you think about like some of the other online companies that sell trees, and they're pretty expensive. So we've had pretty good luck with these, and it hasn't been that big of an investment. Our plan is to take all of these and create a orchard, a permaculture orchard, on our property in Virginia. So we will plant a nitrogen fixer in the middle, and then 4 like fruit trees around it. our nitrogen fixer is probably going to either be a mimosa or it will be a redbud. All right, I'm gonna stop talking and pay attention. This one is not looking as good as the other one, so we'll have to see about this one. Okay, and I'm gonna take the mulch that was in this and use it as, or take the wood chips and use it as mulch on the top of this. I'm gonna take this tag off.
Mom, look at this, a beautiful bouquet. Mom.
I see.
Flowers.
And put it along the side again. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water for both of these, and then we will move on to the plum trees. Alright guys, so the battery on the camera ran out while I was planting the plum trees, but we did just put them in black buckets. We used our Pro-Mix potting soil to fill it all in, and we're gonna put them here for right now, and I'm gonna get some water for them. So we do have 2 of these. But yesterday I planted our 2 lilac bushes, so I have that footage to show you guys right here. We have a lilac bush on the property that has been here for, gosh, forever. My mom planted it, and I've been trying for years to get it to propagate, and I've never been able to get it to propagate. So I finally just gave up, and I decided to buy a lilac bush. So I bought this one from Tractor Supply, and I bought this one from Burgess. They both are ready to pot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. Not planting them in the ground because these are gonna go to our homestead in Virginia. So they're gonna go in some pots. This potting soil is really, really dry. So it is going to need a lot of water once I get these out. Okay, so these lilacs, I'm trying to read this. They're good in zones 3 through 7. We are in zone 7. Maybe I should read the English side. Here we go, 3 through 7. They want full sun. So that is perfect. Ugh, I really don't like that this is coming out of the bottom, but it is what it is, so. Well, it has a nice long root base, hopefully. Put it right in there. This one is an old-fashioned lilac, and I really did just want a traditional lilac. All right, that's really interesting. So this is just a block of dirt, and then if you look at this, you can see that they just potted it into this bag. Not seen that before, but it doesn't surprise me that that is the way it was done. All right, both of those are in there. I'm gonna water them really good. And then it says full sun, so they will go out to the garden. Before I sign off on this video, I figured I would show you guys some of our seedlings. We have had a few pop up, and I now need to lower our grow lights so that they're hovering right over top so we don't get any leggy seeds. So I'm going to work on that now. And then they might need some water, so we will check on that next. Alright, I'm going to explain to you guys how we do this. So we hold our grow lights up with zip ties. So what we do is the zip tie goes through the hoop on the light, it comes back up, and we loop this in, and it just gets clicked just a little bit, so it's just tight on there. And then I will take a pair of scissors and cut off the old zip tie, and then it lowers it down. And then this year, as we need to raise them up, we just pull up the zip tie. Our grow lights are on a timer, so they're on for I think 12 hours and then off for 12, maybe it's 10, I'm not positive. I'll have to look that up. But they're on a timer. This makes it really easy and convenient for us. And Jamie just has to come in and check on them to make sure they have water. I'll link all of our grow light setup below for you. And I believe we do have a video on how we set this up, so I'll link that for you as well. Last one. Uh-oh. So we do have one. There we go. That should be pretty good. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off here for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us at the farmhouse, and we will talk to you soon.